We were talking about Abraham on Mount Moriah and his willingness to sacrifice his son Isaac. We talked about the fact that the Temple Mount in Jerusalem is Mount Moriah, and that it is believed among many observant Jews and Christians and some Muslims that this is the place that Abraham actually did bring his son at God's command to sacrifice him. Among Muslims, though, there seems to be a disagreement about which son it might have been. A lot of Muslims think it might have been the son Ismail that Abraham took there. But nonetheless, Mount Moriah is the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. And the first and the second temples were built there in the same place. And 70 AD, as you already know in our overview, the Romans finally destroyed the second temple at the end of the rebellion that went from 66 to 70 CE. And after that, there has not been a Jewish temple there, of course. However, a few centuries later, there was something else built there, and it is called the Mosque of Omar, the Dome of the Rock, and on the Temple Mount, and it is widely considered to be built in the same place, same location on the Mount as the first and second temples in Judaism. Also, on the Mount on the far south end, there's another mosque called the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And the Dome of the Rock, though, I want to talk about that for a moment. First of all, let's see here. How about we do some pictures, shall we? All right, let me put myself down here in this corner. If I can find my cursor here. There it is. All righty. Down in the corner, out of the way. Yeah, all righty. This is a picture of the Temple Mount, and this is actually, I took this picture standing on the Mount of Olives, which is across the Kidron Valley, and we're looking west in this picture here. And these are all of these external shots that I took. Here's one a little bit closer here, as you can see it, again, looking from the same direction, the Mount of Olives. A little bit more of a close-up there, and you can see the beautiful tile work on the outside of the Dome of the Rock there, and a beautiful golden dome, of course. And actually, I'll show you a picture of it from completely another direction. This is actually on the west looking east, and this is the Mount of Olives in the background on the right-hand side there. And anyway, the question is, why do they call this the Dome of the Rock? Well, it's built over a massive rock, a massive stone, that is believed by Jews and Christians to be the stone that Abraham actually laid his son Isaac on to sacrifice him. And furthermore, a lot of people believe that when the first and second Jewish temples were there, that in the Holy of Holies, the holiest place, that the Ark of Covenant may actually have been set on this rock, that this rock may have been in the Holy of Holies. So if you'd like to see a picture of the rock, now these pictures I didn't take of the rock inside here, but this is looking down on the rock, as the other one will be as well. And so this is supposed to have been the rock here. Now, it's obviously been many things over the years. In the time of David the king, he's the one who actually procured this area on top of the Temple Mount to build the temple, though it was actually his son Solomon that built it. You know, it's been used for many things, I guess, over the centuries before the first temple was built by Solomon. Here's another picture of it looking down from a little bit farther up. So the Dome of the Rock is called the Dome of the Rock because it's built over this massive rock. And again, in Islam, the Temple Mount is important because it is where Muhammad actually ascended to heaven and met with the ancient prophets and came into the presence of God at the beginning of his calling there. And but again, to Jews and Christians, this rock is widely reputed to be the place that Abraham laid his son. So there you go, Temple Mount, Dome of the Rock. By the way, over here on the left-hand side, you see this gray dome here. This is the Al-Aqsa Mosque on the south side of the Temple Mount. Okay, this is the east side of the Temple Mount. The western wall is on the other side, and maybe I'll throw up some pictures of the western wall later on when we get to an appropriate place.